Boeing. The name itself speaks of American strength. For over a century, Boeing built planes. These planes connected the world. They also defended the nation. Boeing was more than a company. It was a symbol of American manufacturing power. Millions flew on Boeing jets. The military relied on its advanced aircraft. This legacy is now facing a severe test. Boeing's impact stretched far beyond just building planes. It supported a vast network of suppliers. Small businesses across the country depended on Boeing orders. The idea of this giant faltering seemed impossible. Yet the impossible now seems to be happening here. Boeing, a cornerstone of the US economy, is in crisis. The announcement came just last week, on May 25, 2025. Boeing delivered the devastating news: all major commercial aircraft production in the United States would cease. This decision is effective almost immediately. Assembly lines in Everett, Washington are grinding to a halt. The facilities in Charleston, South Carolina face the same fate. This is not a temporary measure, sources say. It is a full stop, a shocking withdrawal. Production of the 737 MAX will end. The 787 Dreamliner lines will also go quiet. The new 777X program, once a beacon of hope, is suspended. Thousands of orders are now in jeopardy. Airlines around the world are scrambling for information. The speed of this decision is breathtaking. The silence from the production lines is deafening. Workers are left in a state of shock and uncertainty. Communities that have relied on Boeing for decades are now facing an uncertain future. Economic analysts predict a ripple effect that could impact the entire aerospace industry. Government officials are in urgent discussions about potential interventions. The global reaction has been one of disbelief and concern. Boeing, a symbol of American ingenuity and success, now faces an unprecedented challenge. The once bustling offices and factories now stand eerily empty. As the sun rises over the silent factories, the future remains uncertain, but hope persists. This shocking decision did not happen in a vacuum. It is the culmination of years of mounting problems. Boeing has faced intense scrutiny recently. Quality control issues plagued several aircraft models. Whistleblowers came forward with alarming safety concerns. These issues led to production slowdowns. They also led to increased oversight from the FAA. Trust in the Boeing brand had been eroding steadily. The 737 MAX crisis was a major turning point. 2 fatal crashes grounded the fleet worldwide. This disaster cost Boeing billions of dollars. It also severely damaged its credibility. The MAX saga cast a long dark shadow. Boeing never fully escaped it. Section 4. Political firestorm, Trump's outrage, and Washington's scramble. News of Boeing's US production halt ignited a political firestorm. Washington, D.C. was caught completely off guard. Lawmakers from both parties expressed shock and dismay. The focus quickly turned to what could be done. Could this decision be reversed? Accusations and blame began to fly immediately. Former President Donald Trump was particularly vocal. He took to social media with a series of furious posts. Trump blamed the current administration's policies. He called for immediate action to force Boeing to reconsider. The political fallout will likely dominate headlines for weeks. Section 5. The human cost, American workers and communities in peril. The economic implications of Boeing's decision are devastating. The most immediate impact is on American workers. Tens of thousands of highly skilled jobs are vanishing. Machinists, engineers, assembly line workers all face unemployment. These are good-paying jobs, often with benefits. They supported families and entire communities. The ripple effect will be immense. It will spread through the national economy. Consider the communities built around Boeing plants. Everett, Washington is synonymous with Boeing. The city's identity and economy are deeply intertwined. The same is true for North Charleston, South Carolina. These towns now face an uncertain future. Section 6. Aviation in Flux. The global impact of Boeing's U.S. exit. The decision by Boeing to cease its U.S. production operations has sent ripples across the globe, affecting not just the aviation industry, but also the broader economic landscape. Boeing's decision to halt U.S. production sends shockwaves globally. This move has left many industry experts and stakeholders questioning the future of aviation manufacturing in the United States. The international aviation industry is now in turmoil. Airports worldwide are bustling with activity, yet there's an underlying tension as airlines scramble to reassess their fleet strategies. Airlines worldwide depend on Boeing aircraft. These planes are the backbone of many fleets, providing reliable service across continents. Many have large outstanding orders. These orders represent significant investments and commitments that are now shrouded in uncertainty. They now face uncertainty about future deliveries. Airline executives are in constant meetings trying to navigate this unexpected challenge and find viable solutions. Will Boeing shift all production overseas permanently? This question looms large as the logistics of such a move would be monumental. Can other manufacturers fill the void quickly enough? The pressure is on for companies like Airbus and Comac to ramp up their production capabilities. Airbus, Boeing's main rival, stands to benefit significantly. The European consortium is poised to capture a larger market share as airlines look for alternatives. The European consortium will likely see a surge in orders. However, this opportunity comes with its own set of challenges. However, Airbus already has a long backlog. Meeting the increased demand will require strategic planning and resource allocation. It cannot simply double production overnight. The complexities of aircraft manufacturing mean that scaling up is a gradual process. This means airlines may face long waits for new planes. Passengers might experience delays and disruptions as airlines adjust to the new reality. The balance of power in aviation manufacturing has shifted dramatically. The industry is witnessing a realignment that could redefine global aviation dynamics. The industry is truly in a state of flux. As stakeholders gather to discuss the future, the aviation world watches closely, anticipating the next chapter in this unfolding story. Section 7. Rebuilding Trust and an Industry, the Uncertain Path Ahead. The American aviation industry, once a symbol of innovation and progress, now faces an unprecedented challenge. The landscape has shifted dramatically, and the road to recovery is fraught with obstacles. The future for American aviation manufacturing looks bleak. Factories that once buzzed with activity now stand silent, a stark reminder of the industry's decline. Boeing's U.S. exit leaves a massive void. The departure of such a giant not only impacts the economy but also the morale of countless workers and communities. Can this void ever be filled? Industry experts and analysts are left pondering the future, questioning whether the gap left by Boeing can ever be bridged. Some analysts suggest this could be a wake-up call, a moment for the industry to reassess and realign its strategies, focusing on sustainability and innovation, a call for a renewed focus on industrial policy. Lawmakers and policymakers are now under pressure to create frameworks that support and nurture the aviation sector. Perhaps new incentives could lure manufacturing back. Financial incentives, tax breaks, and grants could be the key to revitalizing the industry. Or maybe new American companies could rise. Startups and innovative firms might seize this opportunity to lead the next wave of aviation advancements. But these are long-term hopes, not immediate solutions. The journey to recovery will be long and arduous, requiring patience and perseverance. The immediate reality is one of loss. Thousands of workers are left without jobs and communities are grappling with the economic fallout. One potential path involves government intervention. Direct support from the government could provide the necessary lifeline to keep the industry afloat. Could the U.S. government step in? The role of federal support is now more critical than ever, with discussions on subsidies and loan guarantees gaining momentum. Perhaps with subsidies or loan guarantees, these financial tools could offer the stability needed to rebuild and innovate. Rebuilding trust is another monumental task. Trust between corporations, employees, and the public must be restored to ensure a cohesive path forward. If Boeing ever hopes to resume major U.S. operations, it must change. The company needs to address past mistakes and commit to a new vision for the future. The path ahead is deeply uncertain, yet, with determination, innovation, and collaboration, there is hope that the American aviation industry can soar once again.